Here are 6 things I've learned doing business for the past 1 year. Yes, it's your boy K Ben. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're around Uganda, if you're from across Africa, if you're a business person, you are interested in scaling and growing your business, please stick around. I'm going to share with you 6 things that I've learned over the past 1 year doing business. Officially, I opened this shop where I am currently. I can take you for a quick tour around. So this is Trends World. It's an outlet we deal in luxury cosmetics, personal care items, accessories, perfumes. We do makeup. This is our makeup table. I'll take you around. A couple of perfumes, jewelry, yes, and still more perfumes this side, and bags. So I started this business exactly 1 year ago. So today I'm making 1 year. For any aspiring person who want to get into business, I want to share with you a couple of things that I've learned along the way that I wouldn't want you to go through. You know, if I've had to learn them the hard way, it's only fair that I share, and maybe I could save a person or two the hassles and the hurdles that I've had to go through. Yes, so again, welcome, subscribe, recommend this channel to your friends for entrepreneurship, for entertainment, for a bit of things in my world. This is going to be a billion business in the next 5 years. So let's get started. Number one, when I was starting out, I made a couple of mistakes. So I don't want you to make the same mistakes. I want you to do business the right way. The guiding thing that is going to lead to your success, all great companies have become what they are today because of the number one thing. Once you get this wrong, you are bound to fail, or you're going to keep getting smaller, getting up, and eventually you might not get up. And that is the vision right from the start of your business. Whether it's small, whether you have huge capital, whether you have you're starting out small, the number one thing that you shouldn't compromise is the vision. You must be very clear about your vision. Where do you want your company to go? Where do you see your company? When you're visualizing your company, don't view it the way it is. Have the end in mind. Always have the end in mind. That is the thing that is going to keep you motivated. That is the driving fuel that's going to keep pushing you. It's the number one thing that is going to give you motivation. A lot of people, a lot of things will come around along the way. You know, negativity, demotivation, doubts and fear. But once you're clear about your vision, once you're certain about your vision and what you want to achieve, believe me not, it will just be a matter of time. So the number one point is the vision. You must be very clear about the vision. You understand? Have the bigger goal, have the end in mind, where you want to see your company. Have evaluation, consistently enforce your vision, rewrite it, reaffirm it, say it. Even if you're not the best, keep saying you're the best at what you do, and eventually time will just be the determining factor. So that is point number one. Let's get clear about the vision. Know what you want. Be exactly crystal about what you're going to do, and make sure it's something you're not going to back out of anytime soon. So that is point number one. The point number two, if you want to be successful in business, if you're building a business to last, not just to make a couple of dollars and you get out. Legality, yes, most people will tell you otherwise, but it's very crucial that you legalize. You don't have to go through the entire process, opening bank accounts for the business, but at least maybe for the name of your business, at least you register the name. This will it's going to constrain you, it is going to keep you grounded to the cause. You understand? It's going to make you, it's going to give you extra motivation and commitment to what you're doing. So let's say you want to begin a consulting business. You're very clear, this is what I want my consultant business to do. Sorry about the noise. You want to make a consultation business, maybe, let's say cash, maybe financial agents. Understand? At least once you're very clear, this is what I want to do, I want a consultant's firm, this is what we're going to be doing, right, straight up, register the name. At least you can get into the other details later, but create a form of legal structure right away. You understand? Picture it in your mind, yeah? But practical, at least you can register the business name. Later on you can do the company registration depending on which country you're in. But this is going to help you get committed. It's going to give you further commitment to what you're doing. You understand? Most people tell you it is not important, but once you've started gaining traction, you realize, I wish I had done this later. Maybe if your business is trying to scale and maybe you are at a level of accepting in investors, maybe you need to acquire some funds from outside. They're going to ask you for these things. So you don't, if you did it earlier on, you will not panic. You will not panic because you will be certain you have the necessary documents. People are going to need these documentations, these certifications, to know that what you're doing is legitimate, it is legalized. So that's point number two. Don't undermine it. Find it somewhere, put it somewhere in your budget, and you get that done with. Get that done with. Then number three is you need to do research, my friends. You need to do research about what you're going to do. You need to do thorough research. Don't get into business all driven by emotions, by wishes, by feelings. You know, emotions and feelings and whatsoever, they don't work in business. You need facts, you need data, you need a market analysis. You understand? You're going to do a market analysis. You're going to have to establish the facts. You understand? Don't just go in like, I'll figure it at the end of the day. Do some kind of research, the market potential, where am I going to get the produce, probably the inventory, what am I going to need for the smooth running of the business. Do thorough research and base your actions on data. Base your actions, be data driven. Actually, that's what I can say. Be data driven. Let your steps be anchored by data, by facts. You understand? So it will help you to avoid regrets. It will help you to build something really that's it will give you a strong foundation. It will give you the confidence that is going to propel you. Because trust me on it or not, sometimes it gets tough. There are cases I found myself like wanting to give up. But because I did a market analysis before I started this business, I was confident. I was like, no, my data was not wrong. And there's a famous quote that numbers don't lie, and that's not by mistake. People eventually came up with this over time. They had proved this, they had tested this thesis. So numbers don't lie based on the facts when you're getting in business, when you're starting out. Which brings me to my number for the fourth thing that I want to emphasize, that you pay critical attention to when starting out in business. Get a teacher. I cannot overemphasize this. Get a teacher, get an anchor, get somebody who has done what you want to do or what you're stepping out to do. Have that somebody by your side to always seek their advice. These are going to catapult your development in business. They are going to propel you. They are going to fasten your process. They're going to soften the road for you. What might take you a year to figure out, this person has been through already. So this person will guide you. Be willing to humble yourself to learn. Know that you're entering a new field. There is nothing on this planet Earth that you're going to do that has not been done before. unless you're God. But most of the things we are stepping out to do, somebody out there has done it. And you might have all these excuses: I don't have access to this person, not to this person. You can always, if you're intentional about what you want, you can always get it. If you want to meet up a certain person, you can always find access to that person. If it means to pay, you pay for those connections, for somebody who is going to hold you accountable. You understand? So that you don't say alone. Nobody has ever done it by themselves. Nobody. All the great companies, they are built by teams, by combined effort. So don't think I'm going to thrash this, I'm going to nail this. You're going to go through a lot of pain, my brother or my sister. So I'll get an anchor, get an accountability partner, get somebody who is going to teach you. Omuntu agenda okukipinga grounded, omuntu agenda okulaga ekiri maaso ekijja maaso. Somebody is going to show you what is possible and what is not possible. And that is the point number 4. Then point number 5. Point number 5. Depending on where you're starting from, whether you've done businesses before but the major mistake people do is they quit their first flow of income, where they got their money to start a business. Don't quit. If it's a job where you got your capital, don't quit that job yet, unless you have investments that are going to act as backup for you, unless you have other sources of income, sure sources of income, because eventually, sooner or later, a business is going to keep demanding you. It's going to keep demanding for more and more money. So don't quit where you got the money. Don't lose that job. Don't lose that relationship where you got. And say your budget was say you have capital of 50 million. And so I don't know what that is now in the foreign currency, but in Uganda, let's say it's 50 million or whatever currency it is. Don't put all that money in the business at once. Don't put the money in the business at once. First make your budget of maybe like 30 million. You understand? So that you have some cash reserves some cash reserves. Otherwise, it is going to get tough for you in front there. It is going to, business will not pick up right away. You know, you might have all these anticipations thinking, I'm going to start business, I'm going to start making money. My brother or my sister, it's not the way it is. However, the earlier points I've made, you know, if you're very thorough about those, they can maybe help you a bit too. They can act as a cushion for you, but still, they're not 100% guaranteed. You understand? So, do not quit your first source of income. Don't tarnish that source of income where you got your startup capital. I hope we're clear about that. So this brings me to my very last point, and maybe I'll add a bonus there. Understand? Avoid bad debt in relation to what I've done, what I've said rather. So assuming you started business, that's if you skip point number 5, definitely you're going to find yourself needing to incur debt, and because you're very because you're very, I don't know how to term in our local language you call it, you're in dire need, so you'll be susceptible to a lot of bad money lenders there. So avoid bad debt. Let your business grow according to the amount of money it makes. Let it grow. Only introduce debt when you feel like the supply is the demand is overwhelming the supply. That's when you can introduce debt and favorable debt to your business. Favorable debt to your business. Don't just get debt anyhow. It will suffocate your business in the building blocks. I'm telling you that out of experience. I've toiled for a full year. These are the mistakes I made, and I don't want you to go through the same. I don't want you to face the same challenges. And lastly, maybe, so those are the 6 points. Maybe we can do a simple recap. Number 1 was to have your vision very clear. And number 2 was to legalize, make sure everything is, you have a legal framework set up based on facts. That's number 3. You understand? Get somebody to motivate you, get somebody who is going to guide you, a teacher, an accountability partner. Don't quit your first flow of income where you got your initial investment capital. Don't quit it. And lastly was avoid debt at the start of your business. And maybe I'll add this as a bonus, number 7. Get the word out. Get the word out. Even before you have opened up, even if you're still searching, already get the word out. Promote constantly. Promote yourself. Promote your services. Promote your products. Promote. Never be scared to promote. Nobody knows you out there, and if they don't know you, like my motivator I usually says, my very great man who has helped me along this journey, and I hope one day I'll meet him, Mr. Grant Cadom, Brandon Dawson. Local, I have people also Moses Mukisa and Richard Magero. These people, my former boss has been a tremendous help, Mr. Mike Mubisha. These are people who have consistently given me advice, virtually, physically. So I want you to prosper, my brother, but get the word out. Never stop letting the word out about your product. Don't be afraid. If it means to spend money to get known, please do. And business is going to be a smooth road and sailing for you. Above all, be patient. just keep entrance. That's all I had for you today. All dreams are still valid. All dreams are still valid. If you can see it in your head, then it is possible. The dream is real. The dream is possible. Thank you. Subscribe again for more of these wonderful videos. Peace and love. Stay safe. Stay great.